Alrighty, wow. Look at this absolutely scary dinosaur, scary potential, and absolutely fantastic art right there. Oh, my goodness. I'm excited about, I've lost count how many dinosaurs, but this one especially. It's an uncommon like the Scythe Claw Raptor there. It's pretty expensive, but I think it has amazing potential. When it enters the battlefield, we draw a card for each other dinosaur we control. That's pretty lovely stuff. Chances are we got a bunch of smaller things before this, so we should be drawing, reasonably 2 cards, I would think. We've got Marauding Raptor, Wayward Swordtooth, the Pugnacious Hammer Skull. Glad I remembered that name, man. Bonkosaurus, that's what it was on Scryfall when they made up their funny names. But lots of cheap dinos. Belligerent Yearling, you name it. You play this with Belligerent Yearling out and Belligerent Yearling, boom, 6 power. You're drawing a card, but likely 2. Oftentimes it's going to be 2. Maybe the opponent uses removal on a few of them, but you should be drawing at least one thing. And it kind of makes me think back to the Great Henge, which is pretty great. Of course, I will probably always use, oftentimes at least a single copy. But sometimes when I play the Great Henge, I don't get anything. Maybe I've played a bunch of stuff before it. Hopefully I haven't, but let's say I did. I don't draw any cards. Maybe I gain a little bit of life that turn when I tap it. 2 life. And then next turn I draw land and it just feels painful. I've got all these lovely dinosaurs on the battlefield and I play the Great Henge and nothing happens. Or I have some dinosaurs on the battlefield and then I play this and I draw a card. And of course this is a body itself. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. So if this is kind of like what the Great Henge was, I'm already up a body, plus I draw some cards. But if I played the Great Henge, I would just do nothing. I have to follow it up with something. And of course this could be played for pretty cheap, roughly the same cost as the Great Henge. Topiary Stomper, I often use 4 power. Wayward Swordtooth is 5. So sometimes the Great Henge is 4 or 5. Let's call this 5. We have a little bit of cost reduction. So 5 for a 6/6 trample, draw 2 cards. Possibly 3. Of course we can play a lot of cheap dinos, so we could have quite a few out. The opponent will probably run out of removal at that point, and we should be drawing a few, and we get a duplicate of this, boom, we draw an extra card. If the first one is out already, we're drawing more and more and more and more. That's pretty lovely stuff. Oh, I'm definitely going to be trying out for quite some time. I'm just stunned with this potential. Have a whole playset, why not? And of course, I love playing big scary dinos. Carnage Tyrant and Tyrannosaurus Rex, very comfortable for me. This is easy to play. Good. The more you have, just draw more cards. Of course, the Great Henge, legendary permanent, you don't want to see multiples. But if you see multiples of this, it's it's extra scary. Super duper scary for the opponent. All right. It's going to be good. Either way, dinosaurs with more card advantage is what you want to do. Drawing cards is pretty darn good, I hear. All right. See you next time.